Hello, my name is Wayne Caron. This is Poppy's Workshop away from YouTube. Today's episode, we are going to look at various waxes, wax tools, and we're going to show you some suppliers where you can get wax and tools. Sorry for the lousy picture. I'm recording this on my compact laptop, and gonna be using my good webcam on the tripod over the table, so you won't be seeing my face there. You'll just be seeing hands and tools, stuff like that. I hope you enjoy. If you're someone who wandered in here from YouTube because I said, come over to Patreon and check my place out, spend some money, please. If you're not here because you came here from YouTube, welcome. This is Lost Wax Casting. I'm starting with pattern making. We'll get further along in the progress and the process as response dictates. So if you like what you see, please be a patron. Goodbye for now. Let's start off by talking about suppliers. This is Rio Grande. They're in Albuquerque. It's riogrande.com. 800-545-6566 if you want to call them on the telephone. This is the 2017 Tools and Equipment Catalog. Almost everything you will see in today's video you can get from here. The one thing I know you can't get from here is the heat gun I'm going to show you, and that's your big box hardware store item, so no sweat. Here's Rio's findings and gemstones catalog. You see, it's out of date too. That's riogrande.com. Telephone number is the same, 800-545-6566. Okay. Findings and stones, well, you know where that's going from. That's stuff you're going to need after you cast. Anyway, next. Tools. This is Auto Fry, Jules Borel. They're in Oakland, California. It's 510-832-0355 for the phone number. 800-772-3456 for the toll-free telephone number. There's a fax number. There's another 800 number. Probably relates to the fax. Probably. Anyway. Rio Grande and Auto Fry. Anything you think you're going to need for working wax other than the heat gun I'm going to show you later. Like I said, that's a big box hardware store item, so don't worry about it. And these guys, they may have something just like it. Okay. Auto Fry and Rio Grande, I recommend them extremely highly. I've never had problems with them ever. I've been dealing with both of them companies since the Jurassic period, okay? Next, Micromark. There's a lot of waxworking stuff you can get here. No special price differential. It's just another source. I like them. I bought a lot of stuff from these guys. And now, surprising as it may be, ASS, American Science and Surplus. My wife bought some dental tools from these people. They're stainless steel, and they looked exactly like dental tools I recognized. You know, $9 for 7 of them was a good deal. The science stuff runs from anything from expensive digital microscopes and stuff like that, down to beakers and test tubes. They also, the surplus, there's surplus items there. This is, where are you? Order toll free 888 SCIPLUS or 888-724-7587. And they have a website somewhere here listed. I know they do. I've ordered from them online. Here we are. Down here, I'll turn around so I can read it. Shop for thousands more items at www.sciplus.com. This is a good company. They have some stuff and the prices are cheap. They have some stuff that's really, really nice and the prices are not so cheap. And they got all kinds of other stuff that, you see they leaning towards the funnier side of Edmund Scientific on some of their surplus. But it's a good company. Check them out. Okay, tools. You see before you hear. Let me. There we go. Increase the brightness here so you can see what I'm showing you. Okay, this is your humble alcohol lamp. You put this stuff, denatured alcohol. Some places they call it methylated spirits. Neutral grain spirits. The denatured is they add something to it so that you can't drink it. They make you very, 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 very sick if you drink it. Okay. You can get something like this at either Rio Grande or Auto Fry, and it wouldn't surprise me if Micromark and American Science and Surplus both have something like it, because alcohol lamps are everywhere, aren't they? Okay. Gotta work with something. There. Yeah. Sierra red, Sierra red, more Sierra red. Largely Sierra red. Okay. That's Sierra red. We'll melt that. We'll use that up. More Sierra red. And that is not Sierra red. That is Sierra red with some of that other red stuff and a home cooked mix of, a witch's brew wax. Okay, put that over here. This pile here, except for that one, that's the mix. Okay, this is all Sierra red. It's injection wax. I use it for buildup. Use a hot tool. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Poppy makes fire. You heat your wax tool. And you pick up wax. Usually I do this to a block of Sierra red, but I can't find any blocks of Sierra red at the moment. If they're not all gone, there's some out in the shop. I just haven't found them yet. Yeah. Now you can see, not much contrast, but I'm picking up wax with a hot tool. Adjust its temperature, and very carefully, what I don't spill on my fingertip or on the table, I put where I want it. Now, the importance of this technique is you can control very carefully the temperature of your wax. And you can do things like so. Just don't get your hand over the fire and burn it. And you drip some more on your fingers. After a while, you get used to getting a little bit of wax on you. You may not be able to tell. See if I can pivot this computer here so that I can see. Can you see that ridge I'm building up? I could work at that for hours and hours and hours and come up with, let's see, something. There's no straight buildup here. Okay. This is a mixed technique. Here. You see the red and the purple that's building up and carving. Okay. Isn't that pretty and petite and all that? That's all Sierra Red buildup and file and sand. Then I decided to put the stone in something else. I don't have any really organic looking flowing. Well, this here is sort of organic and flowing. You see, well, heck. What size are you? Well, you fit on size 7 pretty good. Yes, you fit on size 7 almost perfectly. Okay. The tool you see me using just now is a number 7. You see here, it's sort of beaver tail looking. It's why they call it a number 7 beaver tail. And here's the other end. This is your basic general all around hot wax working tool. This is like the first one people doing this buy. There's a lot more, but for right now, another way of heating your tool, and here it is. Oh, come on, you. Okay, you see that? It's your basic. Don't want to fry my camera. Okay. Okay, since I've found this wax here, I'm just going to start piling on. And you can even dab a little bit. And I just put it where I want it. A word about ring mandrels. See how it's building up? Turn this off for a moment so you can hear me better. Where was I again? Oh yes, ring mandrels. You're going to be working wax to make rings, right? Okay. This is your basic steel ring mandrel. It's got the graduations up to size 13. Is manufactured by Dixon. Guess where you could get it. This here is hollow brass tube. It's tapered. It's got the graduations up to size 15. What this was, it had a wooden handle here and a wood nub here, and right here are the graduations. You can lay out your stock to mark it for cutting, to twist, to solder together. I bought this from the pawn shop. You see this spiral groove here. They were using it to polish rings. $2. This is what I was working wax on when everyone else was using a heavy piece of steel. Taking the wood out of here and using this as this reduced my ring pattern breakage by 90%. Then one day in the Rio Grande catalog, I saw these. You can't see it from there, but this is the size 7. This is straight aluminum. There's a little finger and a stand to hold it, you know. I got fingers. This works really good. I can get all over this baby. I'm going to have to search in the shop very much more thoroughly. I got to have some Sierra Red out there. And I'm pretty sure I got some Sierra Gold. I don't want to have to fire up my wax pump, which is filled with Sierra Red. Okay, see, I'm building this up here. I'll see if I can get this so you can see better what I'm doing. Okay, just a quick pass in the flame to now it's almost as high as I want to go on the high end. Put a little more tension there. So I can go tap, 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 tap. If I time it just right, the wax cools, I can actually get a stalactite or stalagmite going. You can't see that. Can you? No, you can't see that at all. Okay, let's come back over here, show you what I was doing here. I'm tapping, tap, tap, trying to get that little bubble, a little dab of wax at the end, the very end. Okay, I've got that about built up as high as I want it. I can come in here and go, there. Build up and work down. This is an additive and subtractive process I'm doing here. Now let's come over here and drop a big blob off the side. No problem. We'll just go boom. There we go. All gone. Let's try this again. We can even go upside down. But for right now, we're going to go like so. And if we get it actually with the waxes, that would help too. And there was light. And it was good until PG&E wanted to get paid. But you're going to want good light when you're working wax. That's part of the reason I'm not working wax out in the shop. Because the shop is small, cramped, cluttered, dark. It's your basic 21st century dungeon. Hey, maybe you can actually see both things. Okay, yeah, see, I bring this down the side, and see how this is taking shape. See how this is taking shape? Yeah, let's look at this for a moment. Figure out what the heck we can do to salvage this. I mean, we've been working on it for all of a half an hour. It's precious now. This piece of work has to be brought to life and offered to the public for sale. Okay. Now, as you see, it's rough, and we see it's got a. You zoom in there, you can see it's almost got a 3D printed texture. That's most likely because this is actually the whole idea of 3D printing, but done manually, without a computer. I'm not happy with this over here. So, the great thing about Sierra Red, as with an injection wax, it's made to get hot. There we go. Oh, come on, you. Cooperate. However many strikes that was, it's now 9:16 a.m. That's Clear Lake orology here. NorCal time. Yeah, you can also pick small hunks of wax up with a hot tool like that. What am I doing? I'm getting tired of holding on to a small hunk of wax, trying to pick up an even smaller bit. So I'm melting these together because at the moment this is all the Sierra Red I can find, and I need it to show you buildup. I usually, oh come on, I'm gonna burn you. Well, it's lost wax casting wax. One of the processes is burnout. So yeah, I'm gonna burn it. That ain't an extraordinary threat. You didn't know you. And before you do that, before you do that, work it down into a more useful lump to pick up off of. Pieces break off around the edges, we'll just bring over on top. Okay, now I got a lump of wax. I want to attach it right here. Oh, come on, you cooperate. There. Now the pink sheet sticking. Yeah. Yeah. Pieces broken off around the edges, no biggie. Okay. See the block of wax here? All right. And okay, I'm going to swap ends. I want to get fine down here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, there you see building up onto a wax wire shape. Hark! I hear the sanitation engineers. And now, I showed you these straight mandrels I got from Rio Grande. A common technique for generating your basic ring form. You grease up your ring mandrel and you get it warm and you get wax on it, so it doesn't curl up. You got to have the right amount of heat, the right amount of lubricant and all that. And this is heavy. Called making your blobby. I showed you this. This is much better. But even better. You take this. I used to use bond paper and draw my design. I'm out of bond paper at the moment, but I do have some of this. Oh, come on, you. There we go. You're an indie, but you know that. Hey. You take your cigarette paper, and that's what it is. That's a couple of cigarette papers joined at gum on one. And you wrap it around your ring mandrel. Right. So now, if you want to establish your basic ring form, so it's a point to start your buildup of a pattern. Now, as you see, I've established your basic blobby. It's just a basic ring shape. One moment. Now, you can come in here with a pair of iris scissors. Trim this paper back. Okay, now with that excess paper out of the way, sometimes paper being what it is, it wants to mess with you. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm back. While I was off camera, I added this Dr. Peck's purple inlay wax here. Okay. It's very important. To my technique, I use Dr. Peck's for so many things in my build-up, additive technique. While I was off camera, you see that sort of round spot. Let's make believe that that's a plateau in the making. Okay, you see oh, that is horrible. I gotta tend to the focus here. There. That's better, I guess. Okay. You see that purple? All right. That's Dr. Peck's. I filled in that circle. And I come here and see, I want to establish a plateau. That's that. Um, there we go. Dr. Peck's inlay wax. This is the hard purple. Why do I use this? As I was showing you here, I build up an area I want to fill it in, or I was showing you this earlier. Suppose I sculpted these up all the way I wanted it. Then I wanted to smooth this gnarled texture. It's a sort of 3D printed almost texture like. Now, if you're making tree organic, comes up off the bottom of the ring shank and tree limbs holding your stone, you may want to leave that texture in. But for a lot of stuff, I want to work over it with the purple and then curve it. Yeah, I showed you knocking down with a hot tool. Now, you see various sharps. Here's a very common and useful one. This is a dental tool. Straight out dental tool. So is this. Bone file. Yeah. That's another dental tool for carving special shapes in wax for teeth. There's another. And here is another. You notice one side of this is much flatter than the other. It didn't used to be until I surface ground it. Get it nice and flat. These are all here are things you'd use to carve the wax down to the finished form you want once you've built it up above. Okay. Show you an example of what I was talking about. This is a pattern for a ring. The stone went into something else and got sold. I still got this ring pattern. This was done by building up with Sierra Red, Dr. Peck's, build up, and carve down. We say, hey, great, that's great for rings. What if I want to make a pendant? Or, say, a pin? This, I drew the shapes on a piece of bond paper, waxed, greased it so the wax wouldn't stick to it. Then I took a piece of this pink sheet wax here, and I push that down onto. I pushed that down onto the paper, it'll stick, and then I worked my lines. Filled where I wanted, and carved. There's another piece. Drew my lines, worked my wax up. You see it's got a very nice flat plane going across 4 islands. And you see the texture in the sea, don't you? Now, believe me, there's texture there. Something, okay. There's another. Drew the shapes, build up, work down, sculpt. I believe I have taken enough of your time for one day. I'm going to shut down and process and get ready for posting. Bye-bye.